Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Grand rising, grand rising. Good morning, regardless of where you are. YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, StreamYard, TikTok, wherever you are, I want to welcome you to today's conversation. I am your host and facilitator for this conversation this morning. I am Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson. I am a spiritual healer. I am your why and soul purpose facilitator, coach, consultant, and mentor. For those of you who would like to consult with me, kindly click the link in my profile so you can book your appointment. Also, click the link in my profile so that you can subscribe to connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, uh, TikTok, uh, Instagram, and the list goes on. As I always like to say, I am Googleicious. So, in case you forget all the places I'm hanging out, kindly just Google me. My name is Daphne Clarke-Hudson, the one and only. So, I am live here from Monday through Saturday. I do not take it for granted. I believe in building and empowering others. That's the reason I'm called here, to guide you to experience your best life, because too many people have put their lives on hold and waiting for somebody to give them the approval to live their best life. So I am so excited that you are here this morning, because that tells me that you are no longer settling for mediocrity. Welcome to those of you who have joined me on YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And for those of you who will access the content on the replay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so very much. Please remember that sharing is caring. So do not hesitate to share this broadcast with your friends and invite them. Hello, Nicole, my friend from Waterbury, Connecticut. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Facebook Live. Kindly click the share button over there and invite. Again, I get so excited. I hope everyone is doing super well. What happened? We are almost in spring, right? So we have so much to be grateful for. When we look back over the 2 years and everything that has been happening around us, and for some in our own lives and family, we have so much to be grateful for. All right? So, for this conversation this morning, I want to talk about nurturing our connections. As I think about that, I have a guideline. When I used to be a Mary Kay director, I always tell my consultants, don't you recruit anyone in your business that you would not consider marrying. And they used to chuckle when I say that. Why did I always say that? Because the people we get into business with, we spend a lot of time together. They become family members. So, for that reason, if you're going to spend so much time together, you got to respect and love and like to be in each other's company. And I'm going to say the same thing here to you who are part of my community, wherever you are joining from. Regardless of the type of business you are in, do not get involved with anybody you wouldn't want to marry. You understand? Because you two will be spending a lot of time together. Now that we are still in the pandemic and we have cut down on the person connections, we are still going to be on virtual platforms together. So it is important that those that we connect with, we enjoy their company. And that is the reason why those of you who are new to my community, I always ask you to do this. Give a blue heart that tells everybody you're new. Give us your first name and where you're joining from. And that's how I begin to connect with you. And as you do that, I ask, put a picture up so I can at least see what you look like and have a visual image in my heart about who you are. Because what? It is important to me. The connection is not just a follower. The connection is not just to get me to the next level. The same thing applies to my content. When you view my content, please leave a comment, say something about it. And I do the same for you. It's not just hitting the like button. Really, that's not the important thing. Taking the time to read and resonate with what's there is what will nurture your community. It is my intention that the points I will share with you this morning, that you will take a note and you will apply them to your own life and business. Now, let's begin with those pointers. The first one I want to say, connect with your connections family. What do I mean by that? Ask the people you connect with, when is your anniversary? When is your family member's anniversary, birthday? You have children? Take the time to send an acknowledgement when those time come around. And for those of you who are probably in the same vicinity, take some time to connect. I tell you why this is important, that family members are acquainted with you. As the relationship and the connection builds up and you are spending time together, you are building things together, you are collaborating on projects. families need to have an understanding about what you are doing, and they will not be feeling threatened that you are taking their family member from them, especially spouses who are unsure about who they are, oftentimes will resent those connections and the way you're communicating. So make sure to connect with the family members as well. Connections, valuable connections, will require the same discipline you have, just like you're working on an intimate relationship. What does that mean? It means that you will be required to develop your relationship building skills. You got to work on you. It's not your responsibility to fix the other person, but work on you so you are sending off the energy and the vibes that will attract positivity from the next person. So, greetings, Queen. So, you need to build your relationship skills as well. I'm telling you, stop focusing on these connections just as a number. Oh, and I need 200, I need 50. Let me tell you something. When you do the right thing, the universe sends the people to you. Those of you who shows up here every morning, you know that every day somebody comes on here and they say, wow, I'm glad I saw you on the For You page, because this is what I needed to hear. So work on your relationship skills as you nurture your connection. Practice gratitude. Let the connections know how grateful you are to be connected with them. I am so grateful to have each and every one of you show up here. I'm so grateful for those of you who take the time to be interactive with each other in the chat. I'm so grateful for those of you who are able to take the relationship offline and to be talking on the phone. I'm grateful for those of you who treasure the relationship, and you have even gone above and beyond to gift me. You didn't have to, but you do that. And I'm grateful for those things. Nurturing your connection is what we're talking about this morning. It's the little things that gets you connected. I was on a podcast this past Sunday, and at the end I was on the podcast for 90 minutes. And at the end of the conversation, the host called me to thank me for being on the podcast. And before she got off the phone, she said, "Say hi to Toby for me." That's the kind of connection we are talking about. She knows how important Toby is to me. She knows Toby is part of my family. And she acknowledges that. And for those of you who are on my TikTok community, you too have a special bond and relationship with my Toby. And I know if and when, no, not if, erase if, I know when I get a significant others that you too will be connected with that person as well. Learn to forgive as you nurture these connections. Learn to forgive. Let me tell you one thing. The connections will not be perfect because neither are you. None of us are perfect. We learn to forgive the error and the mistakes that others will make, whether they do it frequently or occasionally. Learn to forgive. Discuss these things. Work them through. Identify the misunderstanding that caused whatever it is. Learn to forgive. The next point I want you to focus on as you are nurturing your connection, learn to be compassionate. Have some compassion. Remember, I told you before, don't you ever connect to do business with someone you wouldn't probably want to marry. So just like how compassion is important in personal relationship, intimate relationship, it is also very important in the valuable connections that you are making for your business. And trust me, it really does not have anything to do with the size of your business. We as small business owners and entrepreneurs, we have to understand, thank you for the roses, we have to understand that regardless of the size of our business, we got to realize that that is our corporation. And not until we nurture the connections that come across us, not until we are able to nurture will we be able to see the growth of our business. For those of you that just came in, we are talking about nurturing your connections. You know, the Spirit just dropped something on me. And when I was preparing, this thought didn't come, but it just came. You need to take your eyes off the sales and focus on the connection. Take your eyes off the sail and focus on the connection. That just came to me now, and I'm giving it to you guys. Because what happened? Once we are properly connected, then we will be able to receive everything that we need abundantly, above and beyond. So let us not forget what's important. Are you with me, guys? Are you getting it? Kindly share, kindly share. Let's see some new people coming in. Let's share, let's share. Accept others. Accept others for who they are. Know that not because someone connect with you, they do not have to have your same qualities. That's why you are connected. They have strengths that you don't have, and vice versa, and therefore you balance out everybody. You know, there are certain things I do not enjoy doing. We are all different. Exactly. I do not enjoy graphics. I do not enjoy sitting at the computer and do those things with the graphics and the design. That's not me. So when I hire the people to do that, I want to make sure they understand. But what do I enjoy doing? What am I called to do? I'm called to speak from my soul. I get on whatever platform, whether it is my TV show or my radio show, my podcast, or my live broadcast. I am called to be an authentic broadcaster. I show up, I push the start button, I pick up the mic, and the Spirit begin to deposit in me that which you need to know. The same thing when you folks consult with me. The minute we are ready to get into that conversation, the universe takes over my entire being and begin to work on your behalf. This is why my connections are so important to me. So let me tell you something. Those of you who are taking it lightly, I'm telling you, don't sit around and be complacent, because you know what? The universe is getting ready to take me to different continents, different countries, different areas, different regions. And those of you who will want to get on my books will have to be waiting months. And guess what? You're all going to be saying, I'm so sorry I can't get an appointment. So I'm telling you, get on the bandwagon now, or else you will be missing out. Don't sit on it. Don't sit on me. Because you are going to be wondering, oh, why didn't I get in on the ground level? Why didn't I connect with her? I remember her being on TikTok, on Facebook, on LinkedIn every day. She used to be on there 7 days a week. I used to go and I used to sit in her live. And I used to hear her say these things. But I thought she was just talking. I didn't understand. So for those of you who will look around and say that she got overnight success, let me tell you something. I'm on this overnight mission for 30 plus years in this personal development arena. It's my overnight has been 30 plus years. The reason I can come on here and I can share with you about nurturing your connections is because I have been there, done that over and over and over. I've invested the dollars, I've invested my time. I have done it. And that's why I can tell you why it is important. Yesterday, I happened to be in a conversation with a gentleman. And he said to me, Dr. Daphne, you don't know how much I honor you. He said, 10 years ago, he said, you allowed me to be on your radio show. You interviewed me. He said it was 10 years ago. And every now and then, I pull that interview up that you did with me and I listen to it because I'm still learning from it. And he said, I want to continue sitting at your feet and learning from you. I had no idea that that was 10 years ago that I had him on the radio show. Create new projects and rituals together. Once you become connected with folks, let them know what you are practicing that will enhance their lives. Are you meditating? Share it with them. Are you going to retreats? Share it with them. What your eating habits are. Let them know what you do for your family. Share it with them. Help them to build different rituals for their family. Remember earlier on when I spoke about connecting with the family members? You think when you share health values with these family members and their health is advancing, you think they're not going to care about the connection with you? When you connect with people, look on the totality of the relationships. Are you helping them to communicate more effectively? Do you love them enough to share with them the areas that they need to brush up on? Not to find faults, but to tell them, listen, you can enhance in this area. You can do this a little differently. Have you ever tried this? Have you ever tried that? It shows them that you are viewing them in totality. You're helping to build them up. The lady, Ramona Parker, who got me on TikTok over a year ago, she did so because she was part of my connection on Periscope. And she called me out of her home in Houston, Texas. And she said, Dr. Daphne, you need to be on TikTok. I said, Tik what? And she repeated, I had no idea what TikTok was. And she said, since you have been part of my life, you have made a difference in my entire family. When I went to Houston to do my live event, she picked me up at the airport. She arranged for my makeup artist to make me up and all of that. That's what I'm talking about, connection. You got to value each other. You got to support each other. Last but not least for this conversation, be sure to balance social and alone time with the people you connect with. Do not keep too much on their plates, which means that they will have to take away time from their family. And when we do get back to the times, you remember when we used to have summer picnics and cookouts and all of those things? Invite them and let them, if they are in your local vicinity, invite them and let them bring their family. And everybody will begin to collaborate and communicate more effectively, because you look at that gathering and you said, wow, look on the size of my network. Look on the impact that we are having together. Grab your camera, take a picture of everybody, and post it in your local newspaper or put it on Facebook. You know what that's going to do for you? It's going to attract more people to connect with you. There's a method to my madness. There's a method to my madness. Those of you who have ever been into my office when I was in Connecticut, you see all of the newspaper clippings that's mounted there. You see that, not only for me, but also for my community and my network. Nurture, nurture, nurture your connection. It's not important what you're selling or what your service is. What is important is you cultivating those connections and those relationships. Nothing, absolutely nothing will happen until we begin to invest in the human capital. Yes, we can spend a lot of money on Facebook and Instagram ad, but at tell you, the deeper we connect with our connections, we are going to get a better ROI, return on investment of our effort. Grab your water and let's do the water therapy. As I bless this water, I request that it will go in my body to every organ, every cell, every nucleus in my bloodstream, in all of the system that my body is made of. If there are any disease that is lurking in my body, I ask that it will be flushed out before it has any impact. I ask that you bless your water, whatever way you are blessing your water, and let's drink. For those of you that are just starting the water therapy, you do not need to be on the live to be involved. You can do it at your own pace. Whenever you're home, do it at your home. When you're in here, you participate, and collectively we will do it together. Jot in your journals what you're working on and watch the transformation of whatever it is you're asking about. Let's drink. And so it is. It is done. Okay, guys, I hope that something I've said this morning will be relevant to you and that you too will begin to work on nurturing your valuable connections, because they are exactly that, valuable. And because they are valuable, we need to spend time on nurturing them. Again, remember, do not connect deeply with anybody you wouldn't consider marrying. All right, guys, I look forward to seeing you again right back here tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Eastern. Kindly share the live. Kindly click on my link so you can book your appointments for consultation. All of my consultations are done via WhatsApp and Zoom. I look forward to serving you and to help you to connect with your inner blueprint for success. I'm Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson. I am your why and soul purpose coach, consultant, and mentor. I look forward to facilitating you towards greater results. Love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.